Good evening everybody. Welcome. It is Thursday night. We are racing ACC with what we call our British Tour. This is a 60-minute race this evening. We do have 16 drivers that are joining us. The format for tonight is a 15-minute qualifier, which is a one-lap flyer, which the guys in the lobby have saying it's a little bit nerve-wracking, only getting that one lap, but this is exactly why we do it. We expect the highest quality of racing for the drivers, and we also know that we have fixed up the flying pole, so we've now cut directly into the qualifying, and it is going to be a one-lap flyer. Let's see who that is now just driven out. There's apologies, we have tried to get the confirm. There we go. We have tried to get our...
Trust me, I'll put enough rubber down for you. Because I just saw our guy sliding through these corners.
Yeah, we need to put you in a drift car. So the drifting, LTR drifting.
In a car, a 77 that is guys going out nice and early to get these laps in. We are at the Silverstone circuit. Bit of a tongue twister coming out there, but we're at Silverstone. There is no rain expected, but it is nice and overcast. So the guys will just need to be working a little bit on getting those tire pressures up and nice and early to make sure that when they hit that flying lap that they are
Yep.
Was useless.
So it is making it quite tricky. So we've got Cans that has joined us on the YouTube channel. So Cans, you get the props for the day, or the first person to join us. So thank you very much and welcome. Apologies for the view. We're just trying to get the split times to come up, so at least we are able to see.
Your brakes are cold, be careful.
What the hell just happened? And I can't go again. Nope.
Nope.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Green flag, sector 2.
Yes, please.
Like now.
Incident sector 3, yellow flag. Green flag in sector 3.
Let's go fetch my chocolate.
We're going for a smoke.
I've done smoke already.
What did you have, like 2 puffs?
About 5.
Incident in sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Green flag sector 1. Sector 2 is yellow. This lap won't count. You've cut the track.
Yeah, I've got a lot of work.
So Flip Van Sale 0.5 off the time there. Wayne Bond 0.3 off the time. Sean Herrera 0.3. So far it looks like Tyler's dominating out on the top there. McLaren, we've got a little like coming through there. Thank you very much for that, Natasha. Great to see you back. We did see that you did pop in the last time, or last week I should say, but so we've got Thomas Pistorius that has joined us. We know him as Samot, which is his original PlayStation PSID backwards. Thomas has been racing here and there with SARCO for the last couple of years, but great to see that he has come across and joining us here on the PC version.
Oh wow, I'm not starting last.
Where did you come?
So far 8, but 2
There we
more
go.
still to go. 3 more.
So less than a minute left of the qualifying, and I still can't find my little map. So if anybody knows how to get it on through the broadcast settings, Fortunately, got a very interesting error trying to get the ACC race director on, but we'll figure it out and we will get the race going through. So there we go, the final standings. Tyler in first place, that is Tyler Humphreys. Then it is Wayne, Sean, Ruan, Flip, Gerrit, Michael, Ervier, Etienne, Adrian, Tyler Scott. I think that was Wayne. Robson that joined us. Thomas, Johan, Robert and Paul. So there is a manual start.
This dude's confused.
Totally, and if you're out of position, you get a penalty.
He posts the...
Green, green, green.
On your left. Clear left. On your left. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
Oh, looks a bit cloudy, eh?
Sure, no, Nick is between me and you, eh?
I was also a bit confused, but yeah.
Yeah, because I pulled off behind you. There's quite a few RND guys that joined tonight.
It's growing. Bond's ping is terrible.
I saw that as well.
Slow in, fast out. Keep the inside line covered. The gap behind is now 1.0. The leader has just done a 159.18. That last Last lap was a 2:01.32. Front is now 2.2. Bond is now leading. The car behind is catching. The gap's now 2.0 seconds.
The races. Well, guys, I'm sure we can make that happen. So Gerard Jansen van Rensburg, van Vierak, Sam van Rensburg. Sorry, Gerard. Sorry. Deciding to go into the pits and take that, get that pit stop out of the way. But there's definitely been something that's happened up on top, because Tyler, he is no longer in first place. That is now Wayne and Sean. Wayne in first and Sean in second, with Tyler, even though he's currently got the fastest pace, to just regroup there, get his composure back, and hopefully get some more positions up there. And just to think, we've only had 10 minutes the pass of this race. So there is the top 5. It's always fantastic when you see the cars so close, especially in that one shot. So the 187 of Wayne Bond currently out on top, followed closely by Sean Lerero and Tyler. 159.592. That was for Wayne, so that is still his best lap, but still not as quick as Tyler's. See Sean 159.3, while Tyler a 159.1. So he's got about a 0.3 of a second on the man currently leading. So I'm sure this will show how the places will end up later on in the race. See, there is another little battle happening further down, and this is between Johan VDV and Robert Stoltz, and just ahead of them in the shot is Thomas So nice little battle, and this is one of the things. Oh, it looks like I was about to say, it looks like Johan VDV lost that place to Robert, but it was actually Robert that went straight off going through maggots. So now into Stowe, very close, just about putting the tires on the dirt there. So apologies, it wasn't Robert, it was Thomas that went off there. Let's just go back to the front, and that time wasn't 0.6 of a second. It's now opened the gap to a 1 second. So now it looks like Wayne's starting to just find himself a little bit of space. And while we saw Avria getting away from Michael's still within that second, so there is still the opportunity to start closing down that gap, getting the slipstream advantage when we're going onto the long straights. That was lots and lots of cutting of the corner there. Mr. Daniel Morales Senior, Sir Code Coconuts. Yes, we are Code Coconuts, 100%. Daniel tuning in all the way from the US. Not many forwards here this evening, unfortunately, Daniel, but do appreciate you tuning in. So just looking at the green blocks down at the bottom, so that is the drivers that have pitted. So between Gerard and Paul Fenter, just on 3 seconds, and we know when Gerard had pitted, he was in about that 6th, 7th position, which would possibly get Paul up to around about 8th or 9th. So once these pit stops start playing out, it's going to be very interesting to see where he is going to fall in line. But Tyler now closing up onto the back of Wilfred. Tyler a little bit. Now heading a bit wider, while Wilfred taking the tighter inside line there. Just waiting for the time split to come up, just so we can see the difference. So Wilfred last lap 202.9. Tyler further down. And Robert still trying to get himself past Johan VDV within 0.2 of a second, really starting to add that pressure. But great line there for Johan, nice and tight on the inside as he goes through the second phase there of Brooklands, or through Laffield actually. So Robert right on the tail. Whoa, that was very close. Now into Beckett's, a little bit wide there for Robert. Behind BDB, nice and tight on the inside. But now will the BMW be able to close down on the Porsche? And just understanding that Gerard Janssen van Vieren is behind them, but Gerard from 3.3 seconds now to 4.4. While this battle is going on, we've got the three-way horse happening here where Michael Strubeck now splits himself between Advia and Flip Van Sale. Advia, the teammates for Flip Van Sale, and Tyler falling down the order because now we got Ruan. He's been pretty quiet this evening. He was just sitting in fourth place, but now he's got himself up in that 69 car, and he's in a third place with Tyler right behind him. But what was just at the top of my screen is I saw this Sean really looking for this opportunity on Wayne. Great camera shot as they enter into Stowe. Coming down the... So Sean quite wide there. Robert Stoltz deciding to go into the pits now. And you can just see that time there between Tyler and Ruan. So it looks like Tyler got that position back, but we saw in that shot that Tyler is back into third place with Ruan now down into fourth. But we are just going to keep it here with the race leader and second place. Very, very close.
Look out for the pit speed limit. We don't expect any traffic on the pit exit. When we exit the pits, we should be in position 15. Exit is clear. Don't cross the line. reeling, Scott in. The gap is now 5.2. Yellow flag. Green flag, you're clear. Your lap time was 2:00.3. You're reeling, Scott in. The gap is 0.29.
Car left. Hold your line, clear left.
Have it, nice one. The gap to Scott behind is increasing. It's now 2.1. P10. gaining on this car. The gap is 8.6 seconds.
He's just over a second ahead of this second place man. The Flip Van Zyl, currently the highest position driver in terms of those who have done a pit stop. And the interesting thing is that I am seeing that Paul Venter is closing up onto the back of Gerrit. There he is there. And Gerrit is 4.5 seconds behind Flip Van Zyl. So Paul taking out a little bit of time there and is able to just close that gap up ever so slightly. So to the guys that are on the stream, thank you very, very much for joining us. What are you thinking of the racing so far? Any predictions for the next 30 minutes? We're just about halfway through. And I must say that the pit stops generally do deliver. Because just when you think that the race is done and dusted, the pit stops just change the whole dynamic of everything once again. So Tyler's decided to go and do his pits. This is going to be very interesting, and Michael Strubik at place and see what the pit strategies are going to be. Trying to get some heat into those tires. But I do want to see where both of these guys come out relative to... Oh, mistake there by Michael, overshooting the pit box.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way.
So, Flip Van Zyl, where are you on track, sir? So he's already gone past, so Tyler is now done with his pit stop. This is so frustrating. So there he is there, which has actually got him behind Flip Van Zyl. Could that be possible? And that it has. You can see Flip Van Zyl is currently the highest ranked of the drivers that have pitted, followed by Gerrit, then Paul Venter, then it's Tyler. So Ruan is 1.7 seconds behind Michael Strubik. But Michael, you know, thinking that he would catch up and make some places over Tyler with that great dive into the pits. But just not able to get it stopped in time, running a bit wide and wasting some time there. So Wayne Bond is now in the pits. which is now releasing Sean out in front. So Sean in the Schick Extreme 3 car.
On this guy, the gap's now 9.7.
Left side. Clear left.
This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. P4. Gap to Bond behind is now 3.8 seconds. Consistency. Keep them coming. cars pitting. The gap to Bond behind is now 4.4. That lap was out to 0.7 seconds.
There a certain time that we must fuel in or not before the race?
No time.
Yes, I can like refuel on the last lap.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I think you have to do one lap.
Sorry, what was that?
Just be safe, do it like, I think, like Etienne was saying, do it a lap or two before.
Okay.
Just to be safe. Don't do a Michael Schumacher here.
Was leading this race in the beginning, started losing a few places here and there, and then after his pit stop just not seeming to get to grips with the car. The guys that pitted nice and early were not fighting for positions, just able to get the cars moving, find a clear track, get the lap times in. And those are the drivers that have been able to put themselves right near the top here. But I must say, I am very impressed with Sean. Is that I wonder whether he was just managing those tyres, and as soon as Wayne went into the pits, is that he was able to just open up the pedal there, get the gas down, because he has an 8-second lead over Flip van Sail. That's Wilfred in the pits. Just seeing that Adrian Bond was within a second just before they crossed that sector time. Paul Fenter is still on the back bumper of Wayne Bond. And it looks like Khaled not letting this fight go away just yet. He is still hanging in there. And see that Wayne has closed that gap to Flip van Sail. It was at 8 seconds. It is now down to 5 seconds. So, judging by it's just about a second a lap, is in the next 8 minutes or so, is that we're going to have 3 drivers now right on the tail of that chic Quattro car of Flip van Sail number 4. Just seeing Adrian Bond is closing up again on the back of Ruan. Another half a second taken out of Flip van Zyl, that lap round. So Paul right on the back. I think this is now the time he's pushing for an overtake. Really gonna take this attack down. Wayne staying to the right hand side of the track, really defending that inside. Is Paul able to have a look? Not close enough. Thank you very much, Ethan, giving us a approval. Oh, let's go through. And it was just that one little moment. And Paul's run himself a little bit wide, which is now going to put Gerard on the inside. Gerard allowing the space for Paul to go across his nose. And I think that was the better option. And that's purely because Paul would have had the faster outside line. Gerard probably would have understeered going into the corner. That Abbey is definitely very, very tricky, because it does tighten as it closes out, and then you hit it to the left on farm. So Wayne definitely has his work cut out for him now. So while that gap was down to 4.5 seconds, it now has increased. That was 5.7 seconds between now Paul, who's in 4th place, to Flip van Zyl in 3rd. You see a 2:03 that last lap. See Flip van Zyl there in the background. 15 minutes left. Is pretty much spread out further down. So we will just keep the view here. Gerard not letting Paul Venter get away, but Wayne is still sticking there. He's also saying, guys, I made that mistake, but I'm definitely not going anywhere myself. So that gap now 4.5 seconds to Flip van Zyl. 13 minutes left of this race. We've still got our new race leader, and that is Hervé Marais in 1st place. Hasn't pitted yet. .4 seconds now between Paul Venter and Flip van Zyl in 3rd place. But let's go back to that battle, because that is where it is hot and happening at the moment. There, little bit ahead now. That is Flip Van Zyl. So you can see that these three are definitely getting closer and closer and closer. We're on lap 23, 12 minutes left to go. Sean currently very comfortable there in second place. 10.7 seconds is the gap there between himself and Flip Van Zyl in third. But that gap, big sideways moment there for Gerrit. Is Wayne close enough to take advantage of that? He's not. So Gerrit will have to regroup there, but that's now allowing Paul to just open that gap between the two of them and drive his own race.
B3.
Left side. Clear left.
The gap to Venter behind is now 4.3. Ten minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Venter is closing in. The gap is now 3.7 seconds.
Yep. Planning soon.
Come down to the wire.
I don't know how much time you need for pits, but I think you've got this one.
I'm pushing.
Me too.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel
Our
remaining.
times are like staying at the same.
Pretty close.
Oh,
I wish I could push. My tires are red in front.
Is it?
114 degrees front left.
Pressure?
85,
It's a car rejoining in front.
86, 28.6. It's just front.
Toasty.
I've even set my brake bias a bit backwards.
how's the car feel, Sean?
Great.
No, car feels great.
Yeah, no problem my side.
It's just the tires that I'm having a problem.
My tires are, happy chappies.
Five minutes to go. You're looking good for a podium. The leader is pitting now.
I'll get our old Sean back.
What's it? 4 minutes left.
There's inputs.
Oh, there you go.
The gap to
Actually gained a bit, but I made a boo-boo in the pits now.
That was
is it?
201.
Yeah, I
31.
didn't have my
Lap
pit
time's
limit
pretty
up.
consistent.
Oh, don't tell me you got to drive through.
No, I didn't.
Hey, now it's my turn not to stuff up. Yeah, we jumped the guy in first.
Yeah. So,
There we go again, boys. 1, 2, 3.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
about 5 seconds on you. Which is good.
I'm right.
Yeah, shut. Considering where did you start? And now you're second? Shut. There you go. Shut it in.
Last lap. Looking good for
I
a
thought we were going to
podium.
have a little battle.
Just done a
I won't do
201.40.
that to you.
Was that blue flag on your screen too annoying?
No, I didn't even see it yet.
have a look at it again. You're gonna see it shortly. Just hold him up.
Now I'll give him slipstream.
How is it? And then some bump drop.
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Ras, thanks for the
As the clock counts down, that is the end of the countdown. So this will be the final lap as Sean comes through. Little flash of the lights there. So first place there for Sean. Very, very hard fought fourth place. Gerard in fifth, and he too a great drive there. Wayne in sixth place. I'm sure you'll be a little disappointed with that, as will Tyler, leading from the start, but just struggling through those first couple of phases. Michael enjoy the result, but definitely happy with the race that he had. And Adrian Bond chasing down Johan VDV. Adrian Bond will finish in ninth place, followed by Wilfred. Wilfred also just hitting a little arrive and drive. Etienne will finish off in 10th in the Bulldog livery. Tyler Scott in 11th, if I can find you. There he is there. Johan VDB will come home in a 14th place. Really just using up the rest of those tires. Robert Stoltz in a 15th place.